Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing. Good evening, everyone. It is 6 p.m., so we're going to go ahead and get started. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. It's a fantastic crowd. We really appreciate you being here. Our hosts tonight are our Board of Education members. We have a Board of Education meeting scheduled for tonight, so immediately after the recognitions, we'll begin the business part of our meeting. I want to introduce you to the board members. To my far right is Board Member Randy Troutline. We have Board Member Dennis Ashworth. Board President Missy Hall. Board Vice President Johnita Jackson. And Board Member Mark Ross. We are here tonight to recognize students who exceeded standards. Now, I didn't just say met standards, but exceeded standards, which means they were some of the top performers in the state of West Virginia in the General Summative Assessment testing that took place in the spring. So every year we get an opportunity to come out to the schools and to recognize those students that were able to hit that high standard. So we want to let you know that your students are doing terrific. If they hit that exceed standards portion of the test, if they earn that rating, that is terrific performance, and we want to recognize them. And we want to thank them for their hard work. We also want to thank you because we know that that doesn't happen without support and expectations from home. So congratulations to all the families here. Our recognitions begin tonight with Crum Pre-K through 8. So if you're with Crum Pre-K through 8, and if you're here to be recognized, if you'll make your way down to where Mr. Little is standing, we'll start calling you up. Crum Pre-K through 8. You guys want to have the handouts?
Nah, you're fine.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, good evening. We're going to go ahead and start by recognizing our students from Crum Pre-K through 8 who exceeded standards in math and ELA on the West Virginia General Summative Assessment. If they were fifth graders last year, they also have the potential to exceed standards in science as well. We're going to begin with Emily Baker, mathematics. Kendall Beckett, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Akira Bragg, English Language Arts. Paisley Bryan, English Language Arts. Casey Bryant, English Language Arts. Carson Castle, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Kinley Chapin, English Language Arts. Emily Curry, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Haley Dearnell, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Anakin Deskins, Mathematics. Ava Deskins, Mathematics. Scarlett Doss, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Mahala Ellis, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Kevin Schuyler Ferguson, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Ella Green, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Willow Hannah, Mathematics. Jolynn Honeycutt, Mathematics. Cashler Hundley, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Gavin Hunt, Mathematics. Autumn Hutchinson, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Brandon Markham, Mathematics. Zaydiana Markham, Mathematics. Mason Nettings, Mathematics. Colton Mills, Mathematics. Malia Moore, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Reese Napper, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Bristol Pack, Mathematics. Portia Pack, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Lily Parsley, Mathematics. Ella Perry, English Language Arts and Mathematics. William Porter, English Language Arts. Tucker Ratcliffe, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Braxton Ray, English Language Arts and Mathematics. James Richardson, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Natalie Spalding, Mathematics. Parker Stacy, Mathematics. Paisley Stacy, Mathematics. Micaiah Scumbo, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Noah Tony, Mathematics. Colton Vance, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Mason Vincent, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Layla Williamson, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Okay, parents, this is an opportunity to let you guys get a picture. Hold on one second.
Oh, are we? Stand behind. That works.
Tall girls so they can see them through them.
Great job, guys.
Great work.
Let me know, Mountaineers, great job. We're very proud. Something that we forgot to mention is that students are recognized with their current school. So if you are being recognized for your performance as an eighth grader at Crum Pre-K through 8, you'll actually be recognized with the Tulsa High School students tonight. So sorry for any confusion.
We're out of here.
Hey, Dunlo students, if you want to come down here near Mr. Little,
No, they're,
current Dunlo
they got
students.
pushed back, so they're not moving to the 26th. So, they're moving a little bit. We got the shower to worry about this week.
Okay, time to recognize our students from Dunlop. We're going to start with Evan Maynard, Mathematics. Nova Maynard, English Language Arts. Tanner Porter, Mathematics. Coulter Stroud, Mathematics. Way to go, Dunlo. So parents and grandparents, here's your photo opportunity.
We got a small group. All right, everybody, look at this phone. Hold your paper up.
Oh, that paper.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, students that are currently at Fort Gay Pre-K through 8, you want to come over?
Okay, we're going to get started with our students from Fort Gay Pre-K through 8. All right, here we go. We're going to begin with Macy Belcher, English Language Arts. William Berry, English Language Arts. Derek Black, English Language Arts. Elijah Blackburn, English Language Arts, Mathematics, and Science. Gracie Boone, English Language Arts, Mathematics, and Science. Arabella Bowen, Mathematics. Molly Burkett, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Taylor Carpenter, English Language Arts. Mila Christensen, English Language Arts. Everly Christian, English Language Arts. Aiden Clark, Mathematics. Amelia Cooper, Mathematics. Noah Crabtree, English Language Arts. Cameron Cyrus, Mathematics. Maria Cyrus, English Language Arts. Charlie Ann Eakers, English Language Arts. Chelsea Eakers, English Language Arts. Charlie Endicott, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Braden Evans, Mathematics. Lennox Fannin, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Jonathan Foley, English Language Arts. Evelyn Ford, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Addison Carroll, Mathematics. Harper Harrell, Mathematics. Scarlett Hayward, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Audrina Jackson, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Lucas Johnson, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Tinley Johnson, English Language Arts. Walter Johnson, Mathematics. Elijah Jude, Mathematics. Daniel Maynard, English Language Arts, Mathematics, and Science. Madeline Maynard, Mathematics. Shantae DJ McCormick, Mathematics. Braylon Messer, English Language Arts. Aubrey Moore, Mathematics. Gabriella Moore, English Language Arts. Finley New, Mathematics. Adelaide Picklesheimer, English Language Arts and Mathematics. Isaac Pender, Mathematics. Adriana Prater, English Language Arts. Jackson Ratcliffe, mathematics. Dawson Richardson, mathematics. Michaela Roberts, English language arts. Parker Sisk, mathematics. Tristan Smith, English language arts. J.C. Stafford, English language arts. Avonlea Thompson, English language arts and mathematics. Layla Van Hoos, English language arts and mathematics. Brindley Waller, English language arts and mathematics. Eastley Waller, English language arts and mathematics. Aurora Webb, English language arts. Hunter White, mathematics. Lillian Wilson, mathematics. Corbin Whitkus, English language arts and mathematics. Okay, and here's your opportunity for a picture.
Small group. Ready? Ready.
Great job, guys.
There you go, Vikings.
Good work, everybody. Good job. Oh, a great job. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Where'd you get both? Yes. Good job. I was down here saying, great work, Other Brindley. Other Brindley. Other Brindley. Hey, good job. See you guys. She's so sweet. They race, her brother races with rabbits. And they travel with us. So last week, yeah.
Okay, Tulsa High School students that are here to be recognized, you can join us in letter, please. Tulsa High School students.
Yeah, so. She's the sweetest kid, though. I mean, she takes care of Brindley like they're the same age. She treats her like an equal around the time.
Taller than I am, I used to be 6 foot. I'm like 5'9".
And they gravitate toward our temple. All the kids, they all, because we got all the toys. So all the girls gravitate to our temple.
I do too. Sorry about it.
Well, if I could get mine done, I'd be, because I'm getting to be an old geezer.
What we got now? Just Tulsa.
Pretty good crowd.
Okay, we are going to start with our Tulsa High School students. And we're going to begin with students who are 8th graders at Crum and Fort Gate Pre-K through 8 who exceeded standards on the West Virginia GSA. In 8th grade, they have the potential to exceed standards in mathematics, English language arts, and science. We're going to start with Erilyn Christian, English language arts and mathematics. Caitlin Cyrus, mathematics. Melody Rainey, mathematics. Hayden Jude, mathematics. Jeremy Huff Jr., mathematics and science. Colton Davis, English language arts, mathematics and science. Ashton Muncie, English language arts, mathematics and science. Stiller Sammons, English language arts, mathematics and science. Charles Ferguson, mathematics. Olivia Bragg, mathematics. Travis Schwartz Mollett, mathematics and science. Tanner Ratcliffe, English language arts, mathematics and science. McKinley Bragg, English language arts and mathematics. Riley Lambert, English language arts. Okay, and now we're going to be moving on to this year's seniors who were juniors last year. And these are the students who took the SAT school day assessment, and they exceeded standards in either English language arts and or mathematics. Daniel Allen, English language arts. Lakeisha Brewer, English language arts. Ronald Fraley, English language arts. Abigail Kirk, English language arts. Rylan Perry, English language arts and mathematics. Braden Rogers, mathematics. Chloe Walker, mathematics. Natalie Webb, English language arts and mathematics. Okay, now we have one more round of high school recognitions, and this is something new for us this year. So this year, the National College Board program has implemented some new student recognitions, and they call it the College Board National Recognition Program. In 2025, the program offered 3 awards to students of all backgrounds and across schools nationwide. They offered the First Generation Recognition Award, the Rural and Small Town Recognition Award, and for the first time, the School Recognition Award to honor top performing students in every high school. To be eligible, students must verify during their sophomore or junior year eligibility by meeting the following criteria. They must take the PSAT or the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test in 10th or 11th, the PSAT 10 in 10th, and/or a variety of AP exams by the end of 10th grade. They must also earn a cumulative GPA of a B+ or higher, which is at least a 3.3 GPA or 87 to 89% by the time of the submission. They also must be one of the top 10% of test takers in their high school among first-generation college students in their state and/or among rural and small-town students in their state. Or they must earn a 3+ on 2 or more distinct AP exams by 10th grade. And we have a handful of students who are also receiving recognitions from the National College Board Program. We'd like to recognize Daniel Allen, who is receiving the School Recognition Award. Lakeisha Brewer has been awarded the School Recognition Award. Jesse Gerald has also been awarded the School Recognition Award. Rylan Perry has been awarded the School Recognition Award and the Rural and Small Town Recognition Award. Chloe Walker has been awarded the School Recognition Award. And Natalie Webb has been awarded the School Recognition Award and the First Generation Recognition Award. All right, and so false appearance, and Mr. Little, here's your opportunity to get your picture.
Stick in between two of these tall guys.
You guys want to stick one around?
We'll be all right.
We're okay.
Fantastic. Good work.
Good job.
We would also like to take this moment to recognize one of our 4K students who just arrived. We want to recognize and present a certificate to Mila Christensen for English Language Arts.
She missed the whole game.
Oh. I think I'm getting
She looks a little upset.
front row.
Is that it?
Okay,
Is that all we have?
yeah, we're good to go.
All right. Everybody ready?
We're ready.
We're going to go ahead and call our regular meeting of the Wayne County Board of Education to order. It is 6:35. And if you'll stand, we'll say the pledge.
This way. One up on the wall too.
Yeah, that's good. I'll wait just a second. I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let the record show that all board members are present in person this evening. And we've just completed our recognitions for our 2025 spring students who've exceeded standards. So we can move on to our presentations, forestry programs by Russell Perry.
Is Mr. Perry here?
Yes, I talked to him today, he said he would be here.
Well, if he makes it
Makes
in,
it.
we'll,
I was thinking
We'll
to
put
check him
him-
around.
Yeah, we'll put him back up. We'll move on to our good news section. Anyone have any good news to share? All the students that we just saw, that was a lot of good news. So we'll take that as our good news section today. Informational items, special meeting on Tuesday, October 21st, 2025, beginning at 5, board conference room. Regular meeting on Tuesday, October 28th, beginning at 6 at Wayne High School. And then I think that's all we have for our informational items right now. So we can move on to our construction project updates.
yeah, in your folders that you were provided tonight, I gave you the latest plans for the Buffalo K through 8 project. And we had a meeting today and we're providing a lot of feedback. So this will not be the final design for the building. I did send you this. I did send this to you electronically today, so you have the ability to enlarge it. I know it's difficult to see when it's just printed out on paper, so you do have an electronic copy in your email. If you go to the next to last page, you'll see a 3D model of the building at the bottom of the page. And what the design is starting to look like there. That 3D design has 2 angles to it. The north axis is the one on the left. That would be the shot from behind the building. Basically like you were standing almost out on the football field out at Buffalo looking at the back of the building. On the right is what the front will eventually look like. And again, the colors aren't here, but it just gives you an idea of what the layout is. And so if you have any questions as you look at that electronic document, just let me know. But we'll share additional information as it becomes available. The second item I had, the Sarita Canova Elementary School MIP project is scheduled to start on November the 24th. Again, that's a projected start date, so we're getting ready to get underway there. We just finished the Wayne Elementary School MIP, and then the Vinson Middle School MIP is the next up. And so once we have an idea of what the start date is there, I will let you know, but that'll be sometime during the winter. And that's all the updates I have.
I think Mr. Perry is with us now, so we can go back up to our presentation section.
Sure.
I was waiting.
Oh.
To go to the library.
Oh, you're fine, no problem. We'll just turn it over to you.
Okay. My name's Dale Perry, live at Dunmo, and I'm retired. I want to present an idea to the school board. Something I've been involved in for the last 7 years. And I've been, like staying steady with it. It's a passion of mine. And I would like to introduce it to you all. See your thoughts on it. I would like to be able to visit some of the schools. I'm into conservation. I'm president of the Rough Grass Society chapter. And in the tri-state. And I do a lot of habitat work, trying to keep the population up on the rough grass. And what we do with the habitat work benefits all the wildlife species beyond the rough grass itself. So I work along with West Virginia DNR, and wildlife division and forestry division. And we get projects, do habitat work, do forestry, and do wildlife division. And they match, which big matches the money that we raise for like our banquets, play shooting events and what have you. But I'd like to be able to introduce to some of the youth from grade school on up to the high school and try to get them interested in maybe a career in conservation, conservation officer, habitat, forestry management, and get them outdoors and be able to go to the schools and talk to them about it. And I have other agencies on board with me that are willing to work along with me, bring literature out, workbooks, and maybe even take like a field trip like on a habitat day. And if they could get maybe like a school day credit or something like that, of course with the chaplain. But that's what I have to present, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer the best I will.
Okay.
It's great.
Any questions?
So, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you had the first, go ahead.
When we're talking about the different groups that you're affiliated with, you're wanting to go into the schools and do presentations and engage levels of interest, and maybe, I'm not sure how broad we want to go, that you want to go with it throughout the whole county. Do you want to keep it in central southern? How do we?
I would be willing to do it throughout the county, if at all possible. I'd like to get our county interested in it. And some may take an interest in it and say, hey, they did a good career. I know it don't start out with a high dollar pay, maybe $40,000 to $50,000, but it's got a lot of benefits to it. And in the meantime, we can teach different tree species, different wildlife species, what benefits best for wildlife population and reproduction of the sustain it through the winter. That's what we focus on. My main focus is winter and fall food sources, current food in winter, with like salt mass.
And we do have 3 state parks in Wayne County, so I think that if we can get those kids involved and interested, I think it's a great idea.
And we just granted, just this past spring, when my chapter was granted 4 lots, 4 tracts of land. Go in and we've already, put saplings in, I would have like anywhere from $700 to $1,000 worth of saplings, anywhere from 2 foot tall to 6 foot tall. And we go in and set these out and these walking trails and right at the edge of the forest. And that way they can blend right in, like feather them from the forest right into an opening, so they can get away, from
Do you have an idea of curriculum you might want to follow or set up?
pardon?
Do you have an idea about a curriculum you might have lined up? Because it's education thing, right?
Yes, sir. And I talked to the forestry, for this district, the forest manager over the lobby. And he told me if anyone asks if they go by a project tree program. Y'all might be familiar with that. It's through the state. And it's got, activities in it, and it goes by curriculum on that.
I just wonder if this is something that we could tag along with our 4-H and our extension services with Lisa Bell. I know she goes into a lot of our schools and does, different activities. If maybe.
Lisa and I have talked before, and she's been trying to get me connected with somebody. And actually, the year of COVID, I talked to White Cyrus, that was over the agriculture department. I he talked about maybe getting the students to go out with us, help us with habitat work, but that,
Right.
that'd be great. And, I'm trying to think of the name of down at Fish Creek, office down there to
Guy and soil,
the part
Guy and soil conservation.
yes, that the NCRS service
Right.
works along with us as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And they could do more on private property than or the Grass Society.
Right. Is that Corinne Powell? Is that who's? Yes.
I'll talk to her as well.
Right. Yeah. That'd be great if we could just get all you guys together and get something moving. I think their kids would enjoy learning about different habitats and things like that, especially located here in our area.
Yes,
So,
yes, I feel like our area can use, more development as go along, education, services like that.
sure.
And I'm real enthusiastic about it. I feel like I could, me and other agencies could bring some, interest.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great idea. We can put some thought together and get some people in touch with you and see what we can do and maybe bring it back to our schools. And then you could, different levels, the elementary level, you could have different activities, middle school and then the high school. And definitely hit the agriculture classes at our high schools. That would be a great addition to that.
I emailed the assistant, the deputy director, over the whole state of DNR, which was really friends, also Hanson. And I asked him the state to furnish us some, literature, pamphlets, activities, any kind of information, so, and he was supposed to forward it on to the ladies in charge of that. I was supposed to send you some material
Right.
as well. And a lot of managers out there supporting me, Slim, he told me to just let him know and just be right there with him.
Okay.
Sir, I have a suggestion. We're all pretty active in Wayne County, or what's the Bryan District Farm Bureau.
Yes, sir.
We go to meetings. A lot of their stuff has to do with forestry.
Yes.
So you might contact, who's Bill,
Stuart?
Bill Stewart.
Actually, Jason Akers is the president of the,
Jason Akers,
I
they're,
know
Rakers.
that.
They could probably get you set up.
They
Not a whole lot.
can help with some programs, like on our conservation part.
They know about grants and stuff too like that.
Yeah. We've got our, main, office, corporate office is located in Pittsburgh. And we have a certain, guy with the position that sets up all. We've actually been working this past year, EQT, investment company, fuel company, out of Pennsylvania, have offered us contractors to come in and help, and we got a grant for Cabo Lane, state forest, to go along with, I think it was, Seneca Park, several parks of the northern panhandle. We were able to manage because of what enthusiasm about this area to habitat work. And they had to sing on the grant. I was thrilled about that.
good. Well, it sounds like something we can definitely get interested in and add to.
I appreciate y'all's consideration. Anything you can help with, I'm gonna help back in return.
Well, we appreciate you coming this evening and giving us all this information. And-
We'll reach out to you within the next week or so, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it.
All
Okay,
right, thank you so
thanks.
much.
Use all the help you can get.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Don't think we have any delegations this evening, do we? Nope. All right. Superintendent reports, please.
Okay, in your packet, in the information, the separate attachment items that came with your board agenda, there was a list of surplus vehicles and buses that we are auctioning off. It's on pages 2 and 3. So these are buses that are no longer used, no longer available to be used as substitute buses. And a lot of these,
Because of the age or the mileage or what?
both.
Both.
A lot of them have been scavenged for parts. We've used them for parts, and so they're going to be auctioned off. There's a 2006 Ford Taurus on here with 141,000 miles that is in need of some repairs. That is just not worth the repairs for the value of the vehicle. And then on the next page, on page 3, we had one of our maintenance trucks that had over 300,000 miles on it that we've replaced. You've already bought a truck to replace this vehicle. And so we're going to go ahead and auction that off as well. So we just wanted to make you aware of those items.
Where do we auction those off at? On the,
Online.
is it a specific site or?
Yeah, it's a specific site. I can't.
I can't.
Do you remember what it is, Jim?
Is it GovX or GovDeals?
Gov Deals. And then we advertise locally in the paper so people are aware that it's being auctioned off.
Okay.
The second item is our budget forecast planning update. This addresses our goal 5, which is balancing the budget. And in your same separate items on page 4, we're getting closer to finalizing the enrollment number for 2021. In a meeting last month, we had took a look at some early projections, and I was projecting that our FTE would be down. That's our full-time enrollment. I was projecting that our FTE would be down approximately 180 students for the year. Right now, as we're setting, it went above projections, and we're down about 220. So our enrollment would be setting, if you look at item number A there, our enrollment would be setting at 5,637.821. That's what the projection is now. It'll be finalized around the 21st. That's about a 3.75% decrease. We're getting a lot of feedback, Fred. It's about a 3.75% decrease from last year's enrollment. So if you look at item B, the state funded positions versus the actual staffing, you will see in 2025, that very first column is the number of positions that the state funded for this year. Your second column is the number of positions we actually have in each of those categories. Your third column is the number of positions that were over formula. Now, you remember that we cut approximately 30 positions. Actually, I think it worked out to 28 positions when all was said and done. So we were 5 over in the professional student support positions, 34 over in professional positions, 73 over in service positions. With the new enrollment number, it is projected that what we would be funded for is the numbers you see in the next column. So our overage in professional educators goes from 34 to 50. And again, that's without hiring one more person. In the number that we're over formula jumps about 16. The number on the service side goes up about 15. And then you see the total at the bottom, and I'm looking at the far right-hand column at the bottom. So we would go from 113 over to 145 over just based upon the enrollment loss. So item C, our projected state aid loss. and again, these are projections, but we're going to lose about $882,000 for professional educators, around $290,000 for service personnel, around $58,000 for student support personnel. And so if you add those three up, that comes up to about $1.2 million in revenue loss. And then if you look at the other steps, 6 through 10, that are also impacted by student enrollment, it's estimated that we'll lose another $200,000 to $300,000 in those areas. So that right now our projections have us losing 1.4 to 1.5 million for next year's budget. And so our budget implications were, we closed last year with a $900,000 loss. Of course, our goal this year is to have that balanced. But then what we'll be dealing with is we're going to have that, 1.4, 1.5 million loss in revenue. Also want you to keep in mind that we start our big construction project for the Buffalo project next year. So we're going to need probably about $2 million freed up for the work that's going to be done in that project next year. So we'll be looking at some significant cuts that we have to go through as we get into personnel season and planning for next year. So again, around the 21st, here in about another week, we'll be able to nail these numbers down even more, but this is what it's looking like right now. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that information.
So what is your estimate, what, 40 or 50 less people?
To get us back to where we are right now, it's 32 positions.
32.
Yeah. So just to get us back to where we stand right now, as far as, the funding we're receiving and the number of positions that we're paying over, it will be about 32. I think we're sustainable with that. The one thing that we have to deal with is that we have cut our construction budget back the last 2 years. And this year, and we went through the budgeting for it, we budgeted, approximately $700,000 for our project budget. Next year, that project budget is a minimum. We're going to have a minimum of $2 million for that project budget to carry on some of these projects that we have going on.
Right.
So I'll be recommending some actions to you as we get into RIF and transfer season. And again, we're looking at contracts and everything else. So I just wanted to give you an update on where we are with that planning. Any questions about that page?
Feels like we're constantly chasing our tails here.
Yeah, and it is. That's exactly what it is. I mean, you go through layoffs
Right.
to get the budget in line, and then you lose enrollment, and you're just right back to where you started.
Or worse.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. The third item on the list is the financial efficiency scorecard review, and that is provided in your folder this evening. And it says County Boards of Education Financial Efficiency Standards Scorecard at the top. And it is a series of pages where they fill up about 1/5 of the page. I don't know why they lay it out like that, but that's the way it's laid out. So I just wanted to let you see this. This goes along with the desk audit for the special ed, the different audits that you see for different departments. This is our financial efficiency standard scorecard. And so you'll see going across page 1, and Jeb, you feel free to jump in at any time if you want, because his department earns these scores. The timely submission of the annual proposed budget occurred, so we received all points for that. His annual proposed budget submission required 3 or less changes, so he was awarded, the finance department was awarded points for that. The good news, the no's you see there on the first page, that's, if it requires more than 3, that If any of those were a yes, that would be a negative. So all 15 points were earned on page 1. On page 2, you'll see timely submissions of different items for 15 points that were earned. You see the federal grant award revenue drawdowns are completed at least quarterly. That has occurred, so that's at 5. Financial statement audit report contains material weaknesses of internal control. That did not happen. Our audit was good, so all 10 points were earned there. If you go to the next page, was there any repeat findings? The answer to that is no, so 10 points were earned there. The financial statement audit report contains an unmodified opinion. That's yes, that's a positive thing, so there were 10 points there. Jeb attends the required trainings offered by the state, so we were awarded those points. And then there was the timely submission of miscellaneous data throughout the fiscal year that occurred, so there were points earned there. Next page. Carryover budget journal entries complete and submitted by October 31st. We missed the mark on that. Bank recs are up to date by September 1st of the succeeding fiscal year. We earned 15 points there. Unrestricted fund balance meets or exceeds the approved 3%. And really that's the recommended 3%. And with our fund balance at the end of the year, we were not at that 3% mark. So we did miss the points on that item. On the next page, they give additional points if your unrestricted fund balance exceeds 16%. And of course, we're nowhere near that. So we didn't get those points. Service personnel OT less than 5% countywide. The answer to that was yes. So we earned the points there. So the OT costs were within line of what the state would expect. And then the month-end close is completed by the 8th of the succeeding month. Earned points there. You get 10 points if your chief business officer has 3 or more years of experience in the position. We earned those points, so there was a total of 130 points earned. You would be marked needs assistance if you had less than 112 points. So the efficiency standard scorecard for financial efficiency was good, was positive.
Good job, Jed.
Nice job, Ed.
Good job, Jed.
And I wanted to share that with you. At our next meeting, we'll go over that transportation scorecard review that I mentioned at the last meeting.
Okay.
The next item is anytime we receive FOIA requests, I provide you copies of those. So new FOIA requests are provided in your packet. And then the final thing that I'll mention is that Wayne High School had contacted me. There is a project that's going on in the town of Wayne. I can't remember the agency or the group that's doing the project, but they're doing a trash catcher project down on the 12 pole, and they asked the school to participate in that. So the school's going to be involved in that. It involves putting a net there on school property in 12 pole and catching trash and collecting that and getting it out of the 12 pole here over the coming months. So Robbie Thompson had reached out and said that they were interested in doing that. So we've given them the green light on that. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And that's all I have.
All right. Any board directives or board reports? None. Move on to our, we have no unfinished business, so we can move to the new business consent action items. Superintendent recommends approval of the following action items. Additional items received prior to the time of the meeting may be added. Discussion and or separate action of items may be requested by members of the board and or the superintendent. Items are subject to change. Any blanks will be filled in prior to the meeting. In the event a nominee withdraws, we reserve the right to put the next candidate into that position. Number 1 is consider for approval the recommended personnel matters, pages 1 through 4,
You have a revised,
as revised.
revised personnel matters on page 2. There were some substitutes that were interviewed today, so we've added them to the hiring list for this evening. Those are listed on page 2. That's Jasmine Anderson and Evan Wilson.
Make a motion to approve as amended.
Motion by Randy.
I'll say,
Who's Mark? I think Mark had it before.
Mark got the second.
Yeah.
On page 3, there was a position that was going to be, that we had posted as an until the return of the regular employee, but the regular employee is resigning. So it's no longer going to be an until the return of position. So we're just going to remove that. It's going to be posted as a regular position.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then down at the bottom, there was a mistake in the location for a person requesting a leave of absence. And so that was corrected.
All right. Any other questions or concerns about our personnel matters? None heard? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Number 2, consider for approval the minutes of the Wayne County Board of Education. Actually, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I make a
I
motion
make a
to approve 2 through 9.
2 through 9 as collective.
Yes.
Motion by Johnita, second. Dennis, did you have that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Any questions or concerns on our minutes?
I do have one question on the minutes for June 24.
What page?
Well, it's kind of it. If you look on page 6, under new business, consent action items,
Yes.
and unless I'm on a different meeting, I don't think I am. You look on page 9, it looks like some of it is repeated. I just didn't understand that.
I have that.
On page 6, it says, well, I made a motion to go into executive session. And maybe it is 2 different things. It's just- You have 2 different executive sessions in that same
What do
meeting?
you have? Oh, I don't have that.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. On page 6, number 1 in the middle of the page,
Okay. And
went into executive session for recommended personnel matters, bid for contractor services for Seek Elementary Major Improvement Project,
right.
real estate agreement for the old Fort Gate Gym, and then
Page 9.
Yeah, on page 9, you've got both of those things. It's got executive session at 6:45 PM and we returned at 7:35. I just don't understand why it had 2 different entries.
yeah, and I don't think that all of that took place on one night.
Okay, you want, is that
Should it be revised then?
you want to,
Or did you all do all
Did we
of that
go
in one executive session?
I'll have to look my agenda, Todd.
Let's go back.
I was
Honestly,
thinking,
I
yeah,
don't
because
remember.
you said you had to leave when we started talking about yours.
Yeah.
You left.
Okay.
Well, let's just pull those minutes until we're sure that they're correct,
Okay.
and then I'll bring them back to you the next meeting. So we're
Double check.
gonna pull
June 24th.
the June 24th minutes.
And they may be correct, you just read on it too.
Yeah.
I don't really
Okay,
know.
so that's item number 2. We'll just pull
Item
item
number
number
2,
2.
we're gonna pull, right,
Right.
Start on 3 then.
So we'll go 3 through 9 collectively.
for review. Okay then, I still got my motion now.
Right.
Okay, 3 through 9.
3 through 9. So we are considering
3
the
through
minutes
9.
3 through 9.
Yeah.
And Johnita made the motion, Dennis
Yes.
made the second. Any other questions or concerns? All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We'll bring the 24th meeting minutes back to us.
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right, number 10 then, consider for approval the voucher payments for September 2025. That's on pages 72 through 80. Motion,
I'll make a motion.
Johnita. Second,
Second.
Randy. Any questions or concerns on those voucher payments?
I don't know, something that they didn't see.
There was one, I just had a question. It was for ServPro on page 78 for 922. Just couldn't remember what we would have used ServPro for cleanup.
It was, we've used them at Sarita Canova
Okay.
when we had some mold issues.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
And then we also used them, but I don't think that that's that invoice. They also came down here
Okay,
as well.
I thought maybe it was some kind of cleanup.
Yeah.
Anyone else? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Number 1, under new business, separate action items is consider for approval the treasurer report for September 2025 on page 81.
So moved.
Motion by Mark.
Second.
Dennis. You might have. Any questions or concerns about our treasurer report? All right, none heard? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Number 2, consider for approval the budget supplement and transfers for September 2025, pages 82 through 89.
Motion.
Motion by Johnita. Second,
Second.
Randy. Questions, concerns on those budget supplements, transfers? Anyone? None heard? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. 3, consider for consideration of the timeline for the closure of the remaining Westmoreland property. That's the former Westmoreland Middle School, and that attachment is in our folder, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had provided you the email that I had sent regarding the property and our proposal for the property to, or I'm sorry, for the pre-K program to be moved to Kellogg for next year.
Yeah.
And that, we would continue to operate the Westmoreland property for the remainder of the year if that was agreed to. I did not receive a written response. And so I had spoke with Mrs. Barker, and she had indicated that they were looking at some additional properties down in the area, and there was no commitment to accept our offer. And it was kind of they're going to wait and see what plays out. So we have that property that we have to make a decision what to do with. And so what I would recommend to you is that we look at leasing that property out to Playmates for the use of the property for the remainder of the year, and then look at the utility costs as part of that lease as well. If they're not going to move to the space that we're offering, then I think it's reasonable for us to pursue that lease. I don't think we should move off of the property right now because the pre-K program is operating there.
Correct.
I don't want to disrupt it, but I think we should pursue a lease option.
Can I make a motion to that effect, that we submit a lease proposal to Playmates that would become effective, this is November 1st to June 1st?
So the motion is to
I'll second.
create a lease.
Yeah.
Allow the superintendent to,
And I'd also like to issue a formal notice of the closure of the facility as of June 30th.
okay. Create and facilitate.
So I'm going to pursue a short-term lease agreement and issue a formal notice of the closure of the facility for June 30th.
formal closure on June 30th. 26.
Now, what about the utility bill?
That'll be part of the lease structure.
That's what I mean, he's gonna put that in there too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone okay with that? Any other additions or concerns?
Who had the second?
Nobody yet?
No one yet.
I did.
Not in it.
Oh,
You
did
have the
she did?
second?
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So Mark made their motion.
Those men are trying to take my motion.
Shangita made the second. All right, and we're all clear on
Yes,
what the plan is.
what the plan is.
Okay. All right, so for this consideration of the timeline for the closure of the remaining Westmoreland property, we're going to create a lease, unfacilitated short-term lease for the property, as well as a formal closure date on June 30th, 2026. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Potential items for a future agenda.
We have our special meeting next week, so at our special meeting, we will, that will be our legislative session. So I'll give you an idea by the end of the week of who we're expecting to be in attendance from the legislature. Jeb, you had a couple items for the next agenda. Was it journal entries or something that had to be completed by the end of the month? So we'll do that on the special meeting next week as well. And then at our next regular meeting, we'll look at the transportation efficiency indicators that we receive from the state as well.
Okay, gotcha.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Johnita, second. Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. It is 7:17. That is it. Thank you,
Gee, that
guys.
is not 9:30, is it? Spring Valley was 9:30.
Been a long, a long time.